Welcome to our channel. In this session, we are going to discuss about writing a Java application by following this layout. Observe the layout carefully. Here, this consists of three classes. One is the main class. Another one is, suppose this class name is designation. This class name is employee salary. For the main class, what is the input? Name, designation, ID, and the basic salary. What is the output you need to produce? Name, designation, ID, basic salary. Along with you are also calculating the total salary. Now, here I have some constraints related to designation. I have some constraint related to designation. For example, assume your designation must be some associate professor, and assistant professor. If only these three are allowed, your designation, only these three are allowed. Other than these three, if you entered anything, assume the output is some invalid designation. And one more thing, you need to enter the basic salary. For example, assume the minimum basic salary is some 15,000. If you entered less than 15,000, that is invalid basic salary. Like this, we will do different conditions. We will write the program by following different conditions. Okay. Now, we will start to write the program. How? First, class. The main class name is employee main class. This is the name they are given. Open and close. So within this one, as usual, first step is public static void main string args of open and then close. Now within the main, we are doing our operation. So to read name or designation and ID basic salary, I am using some scanner class. Suppose some scanner of system.in. So create a scanner class object. Now what you want? First I want name of the employee, system.out.println, enter name. Okay. Now read the name, string, some variable, name is equal to sc dot, next line of, that is a string. So my variable name is employee name and sc dot next line. Next, what they want? They are asking designation is simply. Now enter designation of the employee. Designation of the employee. So read some variable, string, edist. Use the variable anything, sc dot next to line of file. So after reading the designation, what they are checking? After entering the designation, check whether your designation is anything, either professor, associate professor, or assistant professor. Then only that is valid. Otherwise, invalid. For that, you are doing the operation in one class designation. So, what you are doing? Create one class. So, create one class. The name of the class is designation. Within the class, what is the method? Boolean verify of designation. So, write down the method Boolean verify of, so some designation. Designation which data type? String. Assume some variable, this one. Here we are doing our operation. You are doing our operation. So you know that one, how to use switch statement in Java. From version 8, we have switch with return is also available. So instead of using our regular switch, I am using switch return also. Return, or else you can use the normal switch, not a problem. Return switch off some designation. Whatever the designation I am getting, simply I pass the designation to switch. Within this switch, what I am doing, check case by case. Suppose case PROF, assume professor. If my entered designation is professor, then only it is valid. So instead of using some variable, assign the value true and return the variable, you know that one. Directly yield. What yield do? Simply yield automatically returns the value and close the switch case. No need to assign to some variable. No need to use some break statement. Case professor. Now, for example, case. So, if this is the string, yield true, yield true. So, like this, you can write any number of cases. You can write any number of cases, yield true. So, if you entered any one of these, then only your designation is valid. Otherwise, default yield false. Automatically yield returns the value. Now you got it. After reading the designation, what is your aim? You need to check. How to check? The verification is done here. The verification is done here. So you need to create an object. For example, designation is equal to new designation. By using that object, call the method verify. The method verify is available in the designation. Pass your input. Call the method and pass your input. What it returns? Either true or false. So it returns some Boolean value. Suppose Boolean k is equal to. Got it? So now k consists of either true or false. K is equal to true means you entered a valid designation. So if of k, here we are doing one operation. Else meaning is system dot out dot println, print some message, invalid designation. Print some message, invalid designation, close else. Okay. Suppose if the condition is true, that means your designation is valid. Immediately what you are doing? You need to enter the ID of the employee. System.out.println. Enter employee ID. Okay. Now read the employee ID. String. So employee ID is equal to SC dot next line. Fine. After reading the employee ID, next you need to read the basic salary. So observe whatever you have given name, designation. Here they are given one class for designation. So immediately whenever I enter designation, if the designation is valid, so by using this verify method, if it is valid, then I entered the employee ID and basic salary. So system.out.println, enter basic salary. Okay, here I entered basic salary. So salary is in the form of integer. Yes or no? So basic salary is equal to SC dot next to int. Fine. After reading the basic salary, I already said, suppose one condition, if your basic salary is less than 15,000, again you need to enter. Suppose if the basic salary is greater than 15,000, you need to calculate the total salary. You need to calculate the total salary. So after reading, what I am checking, suppose if basic salary, the values conditions are your wish. Suppose if it is greater than 15,000, one operation, else So what is the meaning of else? Else meaning is system dot out dot println invalid salary. Clear? Now, suppose if the condition is true, what you do? Observe the diagram. So here employee salary. Here what is the input it takes? Basic salary. Within this one, we are calculating the total salary of the employee. You got it? So within this one, we are calculating total salary. So that is the reason I create one more class. The name of the class is employee salary. Within this class, so observe, I have one method. Return type is float. Method name is calculate. The parameter is int basic salary. Within this method, I am calculating the total salary and then return the value. You can calculate the total salary based on any formula, directly return the value. So, for example, assume the total salary is equal to basic salary plus HRA plus DA. Assume some 65% DA, 35% HRA. So, basic salary plus some DA value, suppose 0.9 or whatever it is, 0.75 F. If you specified F, then only that is taken as the float into basic salary. So generally, how we are calculating the total salary? Basic plus DA plus HRA. Here my condition is basic plus DA is 75% of basic salary. Assume. And 0.25F into basic. Assume this is HRA. I am returning this value. I am returning this value. Now, within the main, what you are doing? Here simply employee salary. What is the class name I used? Here, this is the class name I used. Employee, sorry. Some ES is equal to new employee salary of created an object ES dot calculate of basic salary. What it returns? It returns some float value. So the variable is this one. So now total salary is available in this variable. Finally, what is your aim? System dot out dot println employee details. I am printing some statement employee details. Now print one by one. System dot out dot println. Println. First one is employee name. First one is employee name. So what is the name of the employee? So directly the variable is available, employee name. Next to print the designation of the employee. Employee designation. So what is the name I given? E designation, DESG, whatever the names you given, right? Next to employee ID. So the variable you given as employee ID. In the diagram, what they are asking, they need to print the basic salary also. Now, employee basic salary. So I given as basic salary BSAL. Finally, you need to print the total salary. You need to print total salary. So what is the variable given? TOTSAL. Like this, you are printing all the values. You are printing all the values. Understand? If any architecture is given, you need to implement the program according to the architecture. In the architecture, whatever the class, implement the logic within that class. And whenever you are needed that one, simply access from this main method, access from the main method. Okay, now we are saving this program, employee. Okay, main class dot java dot java. Now open the command prompt. So directly this PC, it's in the D drive. So Java programs 99. This is the folder where I saved all my programs. Command prompt. Okay. The command prompt is open. First to compile dot Java. Check any errors are there in the program. Yes. Semicolon is expected. One error is there where we will check one by one. And one more one thing is there. Import java.util.scanner. Import java.util.scanner. Now check all the brackets. So here designation is open. This is the return switch. This one. For the return switch, you need to write semicolon. For the return switch, you need to write semicolon. Compile one more time. Now no errors. Java space this. First, enter name. So, the name of the employee. Suppose enter the designation. Here, whatever the format you given in the switch case, here I given PROF. Press enter. Yes, valid. My employee ID is 1. Suppose my employee ID is ABC1 taken. Enter basic salary. Suppose 20,000. See this one? I am getting all the complete details. Now execute one more time. Enter name of the employee. So this is the name of the employee. Suppose designation I given as professor, but this name is not available. See this one? Immediately it prints invalid designation. Now enter name, some XYZ. Suppose designation is okay. Employee ID, suppose employee ID is okay. Suppose the basic salary is less than 15,000. Less than 15,000. Press enter. See, you are getting some message, invalid salary. Now you understand how to write an application by following the layout with some constraints. This is the program. Thank you.